Most people think fat loss is all about food and exercise, calories in, calories out, right? But what if I told you one of the biggest reasons you're not losing fat has nothing to do with what you eat or how much you move, and everything to do with how much you sleep? Let's talk about the connection between sleep deprivation and fat gain, a connection most people ignore, but one that can quietly sabotage every fitness goal you have. The hidden enemy of fat loss: poor sleep. We live in a culture that glorifies hustle, sleep less, work more, grind 24/7. But here's the truth. When you cut back on sleep, your body doesn't see a hardworking go-getter. It sees a threat. It triggers a survival response that alters your hormones, slows your metabolism, and literally makes you crave more junk food. Studies show that just one night of poor sleep can throw your hunger hormones out of balance. Two major players are ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin is the hunger hormone. It tells your brain you need food. Leptin is the fullness hormone. It signals when you've had enough. When you don't sleep well, ghrelin increases and leptin drops. The result? You wake up hungrier, crave high-calorie foods, and your willpower feels like it's vanished. It's not that you suddenly lost discipline, it's that your biology is now working against you. Sleep deprivation makes you crave junk. Ever notice how after a short night's sleep, you reach for sugary cereal, coffee with extra cream, or a quick carb-loaded snack? That's not random. Your body is searching for quick energy. Lack of sleep affects your brain's reward center, particularly the amygdala, making it more responsive to junk food images and smells. Meanwhile, the part of your brain responsible for self-control, the prefrontal cortex, is weakened by fatigue. That combination is deadly: higher cravings and lower discipline. One study found that sleep-deprived people consumed 300 to 500 extra calories per day on average, mostly from sugar and fats. Over time, that adds up, not just to weight gain, but to insulin resistance, higher blood sugar, and increased belly fat. Cortisol, the fat-storing hormone. Now let's talk about another villain, cortisol, the stress hormone. When you don't get enough sleep, cortisol levels stay elevated throughout the day. Here's what that means: your body stays in a state of stress. Fat burning slows down. Muscle recovery weakens. And your body starts storing more fat, especially around the belly. Cortisol also breaks down muscle tissue for energy, which further slows your metabolism. So even if you eat clean and hit the gym, chronic sleep loss can make it feel like your progress is stuck in reverse. The insulin resistance trap. Sleep deprivation doesn't just make you hungrier, it changes how your body handles the food you eat. When you're tired, your cells become less responsive to insulin, the hormone that helps move sugar out of your bloodstream and into your cells. This means your body has to release more insulin to get the same effect. Over time, that can lead to insulin resistance, one of the key drivers of stubborn fat gain, and eventually, type 2 diabetes. One study found that just 5 nights of sleeping 4 to 5 hours per night caused insulin sensitivity to drop by up to 30%. That's how fast your metabolism can start breaking down when sleep is missing. The myth of catching up on sleep. Some people think they can fix bad sleep habits by sleeping longer on weekends. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Your hormones and metabolism operate on a rhythm, your circadian rhythm, and once that gets disrupted, sleeping in can't fully undo the damage. In fact, irregular sleep patterns can confuse your internal clock even more, keeping your hunger hormones unstable throughout the week. The key isn't sleeping more sometimes, it's sleeping consistently. Sleep and muscle, the forgotten connection. If you're trying to build muscle or tone your body, poor sleep might be your biggest hidden obstacle. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, which helps repair muscle tissue and burn fat. When you cut your sleep short, growth hormone production drops dramatically. That means slower recovery, less strength gain, and more muscle loss. And since muscle is metabolically active, losing it means your body burns fewer calories even at rest. So the less you sleep, the more fat you store, and the harder it becomes to rebuild that lean, strong look you're working for. Sleep and decision fatigue. Why you fall off track? Let's be honest, fat loss isn't just about biology. It's also about behavior. And sleep affects your ability to make good choices. When you're tired, your prefrontal cortex, the decision-making part of your brain, becomes sluggish. That's why you're more likely to skip workouts, order takeout, or tell yourself, "I'll start again tomorrow." You're not weak, you're exhausted. Sleep isn't just recovery for the body. It's recovery for the mind. Without it, you're constantly running on low battery, making emotional decisions instead of logical ones. How much sleep do you actually need? Most adults need 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. But it's not just the quantity, it's the quality that matters. Here's what good sleep looks like. You fall asleep within 15 to 20 minutes. You don't wake up multiple times at night. You wake up feeling refreshed, not groggy. If you're sleeping 8 hours but still tired, your sleep quality might be poor, possibly due to caffeine, blue light, late night eating, or stress. How to fix your sleep and your fat loss. Here are simple, powerful steps to improve your sleep, and indirectly, your fat burning potential. Set a fixed sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time daily, even on weekends. Limit screens before bed. Blue light from phones and laptops suppresses melatonin, your sleep hormone. Try shutting off screens at least 60 minutes before bed. Cool, dark, quiet room. Your body sleeps best in a slightly cool environment, around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. Use blackout curtains or an eye mask. No caffeine after 2 p.m. Caffeine has a half-life of 6 hours, meaning that afternoon coffee can still affect you at night. Stop eating heavy meals late. Your digestion can interfere with deep sleep cycles. Try finishing your last meal 2 to 3 hours before bed. Wind down. Read, stretch, or journal. Signal your body it's time to relax. These small steps can reset your sleep pattern in just a few weeks, and the impact on your energy, focus, and fat loss will be noticeable fast. Real transformation starts in bed. It's funny. We spend hours worrying about what to eat and which workout to follow, yet we ignore the one thing that can make or break all our progress: sleep. Think about it. If your body isn't recovering, your hormones are out of balance, your cravings are uncontrollable, and your energy is drained, how can you possibly expect to perform or lose fat effectively? Getting quality sleep isn't lazy, it's strategic. It's what high performers, athletes, and successful people protect like gold because they know it's the foundation of everything else. Final message: sleep is not a luxury. It's a weapon. Every night you sleep deeply, your body resets, your hormones rebalance, and your metabolism recharges. Every night you skip it, you fall further behind, even if your diet and workouts are perfect. So if you truly want to lose fat, get stronger, and feel better, stop ignoring the hours when you're not awake. Because that's when real transformation begins.